Happy Monday! Happy Monday! I hope you had a great weekend. If this is your first time, my name is Paola Aguillon. I am a success coach and professional tango dancer in Austin, Texas. I love doing those Happy Mondays. I believe in starting the week right. I believe in enjoying what we do. I believe in embracing our jobs and being happy to go. So here it is. What I would like to talk about today is 150 friends. Interesting number, but some research has been done when it comes to the potency of our friendships. And if you already have, 2,000, 5,000 friends on Facebook, that's okay. That's not what we're going to talk about. Keep those friends. I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm saying which ones do you really count on? Which ones do you have real relationships with? And that number came up due to some research that we, as human beings, biologically, we max out at 150 people in our lives. Like we can't go over, and if we do, then it is going to dilute the relationship that we have with the first 150. So this is really about building a complex, productive social system, because I've said it before and I keep saying it. I know it's true. It's been proven true over and over again for myself and others. Your friends are everything. The people in your life are everything. Yes, we need health and money and all that jazz. However, your money, yes, your money, how much you make, your financial stability, as well as your health, will be proportionate to the quality of the relationships that you have. So if we max out at 150 and we have conversations on Facebook, for example, or in networking groups or in groups in general, and we tell ourselves, oh, I know 1,000 people, well, that's great. You have 1,000 names in front of you. How many of them do you have a relationship with? Because we find ourselves right now in the United States with an isolation problem, which looks like we are interacting all the time. I'm interacting right now on a social platform, I'm aware of that. However, depending on how we use it, we're going to have different results. So if we have a very mindless and purposeless interactions with people, regardless that it is on a social platform or at work, we're not going to have somebody part of those 150. 150 is the type of people you would be okay having a coffee with. How many people do you know you can actually sit down with for 1 hour and have a conversation you're going to feel happy about? It's a valid question. And that's something that I invite you to do. Make a list of 150 people, and you can go through your LinkedIn account and Facebook account if that's helpful. How many of them were you going to say, yeah, I'm okay with spending an hour having coffee, compared to I'll say hi and then that's it? Because you don't have to get along with everybody either. In the love and light and transformative justice, which I do believe in, I'm not going to put them down. However, the downside of it is you're not going to be friends with everyone. So let's stop pretending that we will. Let's stop pretending we can get along with everybody. We can get along to a certain extent, but no, we're not going to like everybody. We're not going to get along with everybody. There are some people that you're going to have a conversation with for 5 minutes and your skin is going to crawl, or it's going to feel like it's crawling, and that's okay. The goal is not to be friends with everyone. The goal is not to say, yeah, I agree with everybody because their opinion is valid. It's like, well, their opinion is valid, but you don't have to agree with them. It's okay. So that's part of having a complex social system, and be aware of it. Who are the people that are actually in your real life, so we can actually nurture those relationships instead of stretching that number from 150 to 1,000 and have absolutely zero meaningful relationship with anybody. The point is to have, Brené Brown says, if you have one person, one real, very, very good friend in your life, you can rely on, one that you can rely on through thick and thin, you're doing great. And then you have 3 or 4, on the side that you get along really well with, and you see each other quite often. That's fantastic. You're doing fantastic. 70% of the people in this country don't even have one. They'll have 1,000 people on Facebook. They don't have one person they can call in tears, or because they're stranded somewhere and be confident that, yeah, that person is going to be there for me. So we have an issue here, right? So I invite you, if you know a lot of people, I invite you to make a list of 150. If you don't know 150 people, that's okay. We're not here to shame anyone. However, I just want to be frank. If there is an issue about making friends, we may want to get into working at making friends, because I see more and more people in my life, and I witness it, unfortunately, people that don't have friends, that don't have those social connections, they don't do well. They just don't. At some point, it's going to hit the fan, and it's just not pretty. It's going to be financial, it's going to be professional, it's going to be social, but at one point or another, developmental, we can't develop without having other people in our lives. It's not going to look pretty. Making friends is a skill. It's not something we're born with, it's something we learn to do. So if you're struggling with that, I can help. But if you need to get to that 150 number, let's get busy. Again, no shame in it, but we want to get there. And 150 is the max. If you find yourself you have 200 people, some are gonna have to go, because that means the other 150 more relevant are not getting the attention, they're not getting the nurturing, they're not getting the connection that are necessary to remain valid. Because if we stretch over 150, then we're gonna end up with less than that, if that makes sense. We can't just extend our resources endlessly. At some point it's going to break down, then nothing is going to work. So this is part, again, of a complex social system. And it's wonderful. It takes a long time to build, and it takes a lifetime to maintain, FYI. But it is really the foundation of our health and success and happiness and purpose, and this is the most important thing. Absolutely. I'm not going to negotiate that. This is the most important thing. So let's look at that list, and then no, you don't have to agree with everybody, and it's okay for some people not to be in your life. It's actually healthier if they're not. It's better if they're not, and it's okay. And then if you are struggling with any of it, or if you want to be part of a conversation and support people and encourage people to go in that direction of nurturing their relationship better and to have a more productive and energetic, intoxicating, just happy, complex social system, it's great too. And until next week, reach for the greatest version of yourself. You can do it. Bye-bye.